This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Hey guys, salut, this is Alex. Sorry I can't speak too loud in here. Welcome back to the Meatball Series. Yes, this episode is gonna be all about Italian meatballs. Here they come. Oh wow, thanks. So that was very good. Hey guys, salut, this is Alex. So right now I am in New York City, I am in Brooklyn, and I just ate at Frankies 457. Why Spuntino? Why this restaurant specifically? Well, they have one of the city's very best classic Italian meatballs. Time Out magazine. Flawless meatballs. Grub Street. Those meatballs are still the envy of all the Italian grandmas in the neighborhood. Serious eat. They are by far the best meatballs I've ever had in a restaurant, and possibly in my life. And they even have their recipe available online. I needed a model to build my own Italian meatballs on. I really want first to cook these Italian meatballs myself. I feel like it's the only way for me to truly understand what it takes and their structure and everything. I know for sure it's gonna sound cocky, but there was something when I tasted the meatballs. They were like, there was this, I don't know. It's probably nothing. So let's just get to a cool kitchen, and then I'll start cooking them. Okay? That's the spot we're going to. Hey Ella, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to 368.
Wow.
Use whatever you want to.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Thanks. Yeah, so basically that space is called 368. It's a collaboration space that was started by Casey Neistat. So since I'm in New York and I don't have access to my own studio, I asked them if I could borrow theirs because they have an amazing one. They said yes, so this is the place where I will be cooking this week. So I've got a recipe that is written by the owners of Frankies Spuntino. Ground beef, sandwich bread, breadcrumbs, pecorino cheese, I've got eggs, I've got garlic, and I've got parsley. And you just need to combine all things together, make balls, roast them, and then simmer them in tomato sauce. I'm gonna stick to following it by the letter, and then we'll see. Keep warm, no favorite cook, health cook, temp, bread proof, no temperature. Oh yeah. 325, that's great. And then start. Why are you so panicking? While these beauties are baking in the oven, I just want to address something you might have on your mind. Why am I doing Italian meatballs in New York City and not in Italy, not in Naples, for example? Well, this is the adaptation of an Italian recipe called polpette. It was brought in by the Italian immigrants, and they basically adapted to what they found and to the new foods available, which basically means that the best place to learn how to make Italian meatballs is the US. How do you deal with this, huh? Alright, the meatballs are ready, let's get them out. Simmer them in tomato sauce for 30 minutes, nothing more. Right, so I reckon the meatballs are ready. It's time to plate. Voila, and then drizzle of olive oil, and that's it. You wanna have a taste?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Just go for it.
Okay. Yes. Ooh, looks good already. Mmm. Oh, the cheese on top is really
Nice
good.
one. What about the? What about the?
I don't have that last piece.
Yeah, go for it. So I just ate the meatballs I made. First of all, I would say that mine were a tad softer than the one I had in the restaurant. Mine were also a bit looser in terms of shape. These factors might be connected with one another. Let me explain. When you add more breadcrumbs to a meatball paste, you decrease the moisture, but also you increase the structure, which means that it's gonna be firmer. And I feel like that's the thing I experience at Frankies. So yes, they are softer than the one I had at the restaurant, but no, I don't think we reach the juiciness that I had in mind. I can do better. The thing is, I'm just gonna need a bit of time to process this. That's usually how I improve my recipe. I just go out, have a beer, blank out, wake up in the morning and boom. The recipe that I made yesterday was great, and yet I can't say I'm fully satisfied. The experience that I had at Frankies, plus those meatballs right here, just confirmed what I had at the back of my head, basically. They were lacking juices. This is a bacon, egg and cheese, and this is a cup of coffee. What you talking about? Worst New York accent ever. Anyway guys, I think it's time that we address this juicy situation. This is the ground beef that I use. It's 80 to 20 lean to fat ratio, which is something that I think you guys will be able to source as well. If I were to be in Paris, I would go for a 70 to 30 ratio. Fat equals pleasure. So all things taken into account, I had to be creative. Instead of soaking bread in water, I'm gonna soak it in milk. First of all, it has more fat, and second, it has more protein, so it's gonna help with the moisture, but also with the browning. Second, we're gonna make a fat injection in the form of ricotta cheese. When I went and see these guys, the meatball shop, I got a nice cheesy trick from them.
Ricotta cheese is an interesting one because it offers a lot of moisture, and it also gives a really, really supple texture to the end of your meatball, almost like a spongy quality.
And last, and this ingredient might be surprising, zucchini. The flesh of zucchini is a good moisture retainer. I got this trick from my grandma. She used to make amazing meatballs, soft and so juicy without being too fatty. It's a good one. Let's get to it. I love when it works. C'est super bon, putain de merde. And it's not only... Oh la vache, I can see the juices popping out. Oh wow. Whoa, so tender, so moist, and yet they haven't simmered in the sauce. I know I'm biased, I know I made the recipe, so you do whatever you want. You can believe me or not. But I'm telling you, these are more juicy. I think I can die in peace now. Merde alors. Should I get another one? Maybe. Wait, maybe. There's no maybe. I know I need another one. So I've got 4 tips for you. 1, fat is basically the thing that is gonna make your meatball juicy. Second, just because you use loads of meat and less fillers doesn't mean the meatball is gonna get better. 3, if you overcook these beautiful meatballs They're not gonna be beautiful no more. They're just gonna be dry. Fourth, don't soak the meatballs in the sauce. The juices are leaking out. Yes, they're getting a bit more flavor from the tomato, and they're getting that umami, umami blues, umami blues. A little bonus. Once it's in the oven, there's no going back. It's like a point of no return if you want. So just pick like about the size of a meatball and roast that in a pan just to see if in terms of seasoning, in terms of juices, you are right. Now I have a very clear picture in terms of flavors, in terms of process on the Italian meatball, which means that I can probably move on to the next one. There are plenty of meatballs in this world. Meatballs in this world. Meatballs in this world. Right. I am now at the airport. I am gate F51. I feel like we barely scratched the surface of meatballs, and I'm ready to board on another journey, willing to learn from another iconic meatball. Yes, we are going to Sweden. Swedish meatball, it's a thing, it's happening. Bye bye. Salut.